how to obtain a tasty and tender beef Bourguignon. We cook it with ingredients that bring umami. There are natural flavor enhancers: meat, bacon, tomato, mushrooms, and also seaweed and chocolate. It is the long cooking that will make all the ingredients tender. The flavor will make the sauce creamy. I show you the techniques to make your Bourguignon a success. First of all, choose pieces of beef for Bourguignon, chuck, and also pieces with a little nerve for a slightly gelatinous texture. I avoid marinating the beef in wine overnight. To obtain a good Bourguignon, sear the pieces of meat over high heat. Once grilled on the surface, they'll have a lot of taste. However, if they are soaked from the marinade, it takes a lot longer to sear them because all the liquid has to evaporate. So they'll cook and harden completely. For me, the marinated meat is overcooked. It is dry and sour, and it has lost the good taste of beef. Start by cutting the bacon in small pieces. The beef into large chunks. The carrots in thick slices. The onions in chunks. 2 slices of ginger. Crush and peel 3 cloves of garlic. Blend the canned tomatoes. For better diffusion and preservation of heat during cooking, use a thick pot. Heat it over high heat. When it is hot, put 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Sear the bacon first for 1 minute. Regularly stir. Keep aside. Add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. First, sear half the pieces of beef to maintain the temperature. The goal is to grill the surface of the meat. The aromas will develop, giving a good taste and nice color to the dish. This is called the Maillard reaction. The fire must be very high. After about 8 minutes, remove them. Put 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and continue in the same way with the other half of the beef. This time, remove them after about 4 minutes. Add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Turn to medium heat. Sauté the carrots and the onions for 5 minutes. Put a lid on and stir occasionally. Put the pieces of beef back. Season with 2 teaspoons of salt, half teaspoon of ground pepper. Briefly mix. Add 60 grams of wheat flour. Stir for 3 minutes. Add 75 centiliters of white wine. Complete with the tomato puree to cover the meat. Add the garlic and the ginger, 5 grams of kombu seaweed, 2 sprigs of thyme, 1 bay leaf, and parsley. Mix and bring to a boil over medium heat. Don't put a lid on, so the alcohol of the wine evaporates. When the Bourguignon begins to boil, briefly stir and simmer over very low heat for 3 hours with a lid. During the cooking, mix once per hour. Meanwhile, cut the mushrooms in 4. Caramelize 100 grams of small pickled onions. Put them in a small pan over low heat with 20 grams of butter, 20 grams of water, half teaspoon of sugar, and a pinch of salt. Put a lid. Stir from time to time. After 10 minutes, turn off the heat. To prepare the mushrooms, put 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil in a pan over high heat. When the oil is hot, add the mushrooms and a pinch of salt. Occasionally stir for 6 minutes. Some minutes before the bourguignon is cooked, prepare the pan-fried garlic breads. Cut 12 pieces of bread. Mix 60 grams of softened butter with 1 clove of garlic, a pinch of salt, and parsley. Spread it on both sides of the bread. Fry them over low heat. Flip them after about 4 minutes. Leave another 2 minutes. The bourguignon simmered for 3 hours. Add the bacon, the mushrooms, the small onions, and 10 grams of dark chocolate. It will counterbalance the sourness of the wine and the tomato. Mix and let it heat up. When the boiling returns, turn off the heat. The bourguignon is ready. The meat is very tender. The dish is colorful. We feel the taste of the wine and the taste of beef. The carrots and the onions are tender. Don't forget to enrich your bourguignon with a pan-fried garlic bread. Thank you for watching and sharing my video. See you at the next homemade dish.